This is the Catholic Crypto Conference preview, and preview, as you've heard me say before, is a carefully chosen word. I really wanted to give you an opportunity to meet some of the just fabulous speakers and really, I think, fascinating topics that we're going to be addressing at the conference. And the person I'm about to interview now, I really have been looking forward to speaking to. When I say he's a generous man of his time, talent, and treasure, he is Mark Yusko. It's good to be with you.
See you, Matt, and excited to join you in this sneak peek that also I think can add some real good in our ecosystem and the world, even a broader at large. Not to be too dramatic about it, but I really think the time is now for leaders of all organizations to really understand what crypto is, what it's about, why the technology is so important. And, any chance I get to be involved in something with the Catholic connection is great. So
really, what would you say, considering the parable of the talents to the church, as it enters any new technology, including in this case, blockchain, crypto, Bitcoin, and more?
Any fiduciary is charged not with putting our talents in a hole in the backyard, but to put them into the economy through lending, through borrowing, through investing, and to multiply them. And innovation is the best way because innovation creates the other four asset classes. There are only four asset classes that you can buy in the whole world. Mm-hmm. There are stocks, there are bonds, there are currencies, and there are commodities. And you can combine those things in lots of different ways, in hedge funds and private equity and venture capital. But at the end, you're either an owner, a loaner, you do it in some currency, or you can buy the physical commodities, the land or the rocks, like gold. But ultimately, you have to choose which of those assets you want to own. And the way to think about it is you should want to own assets where you're compensated for the risk that you take of loss, either temporal loss of price volatility or real loss like a bankruptcy. So at the end, we should embrace innovation. I think of innovation as an asset class. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things that Notre Dame has benefited from for decades is this constant investment with the leading lights in the venture capital space all around the world, building new opportunities to create wealth for the institution.
What would your message of encouragement, risk, stewardship, and parable of the talents be?
It's worth it. Because ultimately, by making that investment in things that you believe in innovation and new ideas, you'll eventually be rewarded disproportionately to the risk. And there's so many examples. And I just use a simple example of technological innovation. And it's rooted, again, back with something the church experienced for years, literally centuries, maybe probably millennia. Information was controlled by the church. People went to church on Saturday or Sunday, and they heard the news of their community and the world, and their worldview was given to them by their priest or pastor or whoever. And the printing press broke that monopoly, right? It made information able to be written down, transferred, passed along, moved around the world. And so what happened is states sprung up and created monopolies on media, state-owned monopolies, real state-owned monopolies, or state-influenced monopolies, like having 3 networks in America, kind of all saying the same thing. And so ultimately, the internet broke open that monopoly. And the reason it's important is it's the blockchain era. Blockchain is simply an operating system. It's simply a better way of accounting for ownership. We trust code. And in the future, in the digital age, all of us will establish truth in these public, immutable, cryptographically secure ledgers. And that's what blockchain is.
You can visit the website at catholiccryptoconference.com, and we would love to see you there.